Now, bringing you the very best in New Hampshire-based local music on IPMNation.com and 100.1 The Planet, this is Local Outbreak. And we have some very special guests in studio with us. We've got the band Horsefly Gulch here. And let me bring those mics up there. And this is Adam. Let's start with you, and let's have you all before you play. We'll have you tell us who you are and what you do in the band.
All right.
You get to go first because I've known you the longest.
All right. Hey, my name's Adam Cody, and I play drums.
All right.
That's pretty much it.
All right. And you, sir?
Hello, I am Paul Davidson, and I play bass and also do some backing singing and some percussion as well.
Yes. You got for those not watching online, you've got a what do you call that? A horse a horse tambourine? I don't know.
Well, it's
Horse head on a stick.
that's it.
Yeah,
A horse on a stick.
kind of a Godfather vibe. Did you wake up one day with that and you were like, oh, I'll put a tambourine on it?
I woke up, he was looking at me, and
All right, very good. And you, sir?
That thing has horror movie written all over it. By the way, I think he found it at some yard sale somewhere, and it's going to be haunting the studio for the rest of it.
Yes.
My name is Steve Hadachuk. I go by Steve and Scott sometimes, depending on the day. I play guitar and I sing in Horsefly Gulch.
Very good. Well, so what we're going to do is these guys are going to play live for us, which I'm really looking forward to, and then we'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back and we're going to talk and catch up on everything these guys are doing. But what do you guys? And we'll have to kind of sound check on the fly. But I'm pretty good at that. Cool. It ends up sounding surprisingly good in this room, actually. What are you guys going to play for us?
This is a song called "Burn the Breeze."
Burn the Breeze. All right. Whenever you're ready.
All right. I don't love the come down. Puts me back at the start. There must be another way to mend this broken heart. You were the childhood love of mine, my greatest mistake. And as I walked away, I heard your voice call my name, and I hear your voice call my name. Let's burn the breeze together. Let's not waste any time. Let's burn the breeze together and get away this time. Hey! La 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la, la 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 la. This river flows deep all the way to the sea, and I swear from the desert to the trees, you ain't ever getting rid of me. No. Let's burn the breeze together. Let's not waste any time. Let's burn It's not wasting time. Let's burn the breeze together. Get away this time. Get away this time. Got away this time.
Oh, fantastic. Well done, gentlemen. Well done.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it. If you're just joining us, Horsefly Gulch is here with us in studio. What we'll do is we'll take a break. We'll let you guys put your stuff down and get comfortable. And I'll while we do that, I'm gonna play an old Mindset X song. What do you think?
Sure.
Yeah.
What should I play from Oceans? I got Oceans pulled up here.
I think we're always a fan of Island.
Island. Okay. No swears in it, obviously.
I don't think
How
so.
much time do you have?
Yeah, there's a good 12-minute song on there if you really want to go crazy.
No, that's all right. We'll go with so Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Island it is. All right, and then we'll come back and we'll talk with these guys. Check this out. This is Island Mindset X, and we'll explain to everyone why I figured I'll play a Mindset X song.
Constant reflection staring back at me. An ugly reminder of the way things used to be. Waves washed up in with no care at all, but at the same time, they wash the fear away. Listen to the silence breaking, showing the way. Listen to the silence breaking, showing the way. Is there anyone who cares? Am I just an island surrounded by the world and its fears? Is there anyone who knows these open roads, hearing only what we want to hear? Yeah. They tell you the danger, they show you the way, they program you dreaming and map out your days. In heaven the silence, when you walk astray, you can follow the road with the life that you sow and live in these walls of clay. With one hand towards the sun, I've been where I've begun. With one hand towards the sun, I've been where I've begun. Is there anyone who cares? Or am I
Oh, that's cool. That is Island from the band Mindset X. And you guys know what happened to those guys, or you ever see them?
Well, actually, that beast is taking a nap right now. It's hibernating, but not dead.
I think last time I saw him, they were in Aruba. So,
There you go. There you
Getting
go.
a tan.
If you're just joining us, we are joined in studio by the guys from Horsefly Gulch. But were all three of you also in Mindset X at
Yes.
the same? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that band was around for a long time. Now, does the new project replace that, or will Mindset X continue in the future as
I think
well?
it's in addition to that. I mean, again, after 20 years, it's in hibernation, the Mindset X.
Yeah.
But we're focusing just on the new project right now. But
Yeah.
the old one's not dead. It's just sleeping.
Yeah, there actually is an album written too.
Right. We've
Oh, no
got,
kidding.
to be
we've got an
released.
album in the can.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
it's kind of a weird story, actually, when now that you kind of reflect on it. Like, so before the whole COVID thing hit, right, we were gearing up to write a new album as Mindset X. And then COVID hit, right? So we couldn't get together for a little while. And then by the time we started going back, like a couple years later, getting back together and rehearsing those songs, we were like, man, these songs, they feel really old now because they were like 3 years old at
Yeah.
that point, right? And we were like, all right, well, we can't just not record them. Like, we spent all this time writing them.
Yeah.
So we did record them,
Right.
and we released a couple of them, and then we just said it's just time for something a little bit different, right? You do metal for 20 years straight. Mm-hmm. I think you are. Mindset X was never so much this, but locked inside a box of what you could particularly do as a band.
Yeah.
When you're expected to kind of put out a certain style of music, right?
Yeah.
And I think we just came to a point where we were like, you know what? Let's try something new.
Does do any of those songs make it into this project, or do you keep them completely separate?
Completely separate.
Yeah. Is that the plan going forward, or is there a chance of anything kind of crossing
I
over?
think that's the plan.
Yeah.
I do. I mean,
I can tell you from a personal perspective, we've discussed this, I think, as a band, is not only is it something new from a musical perspective, but I think it's something new that's challenging us for me anyway, not to cover things up with distortion or, to see if I can actually play something, cleaner, because there's a lot more room for mistakes when people can hear
Oh yeah.
you as a three-piece and there's nothing behind it that's dirty or grunty or into that. And I don't think that those songs would fit particularly what we're doing right now.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Because to be honest, I think the last Mindset X stuff was probably the most proggy stuff we've done. So,
right. And
Maybe
the
it's
other
too.
thing is, the new stuff is flowing, unlike anything we've done in years. Like we're basically writing a new song almost every time we get together.
Oh wow. Cool.
We've been doing this pretty much just since the turn of the year, and
Yeah.
a new year, new project.
Yeah.
And we're already on like 10 songs. I mean, it takes a little while to record them, but
Yeah.
they're in the set. We can come out and play them live.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another full album written,
Right.
pretty much.
Right.
Wow.
So we shouldn't have to, write another 10. We shouldn't have to pull anything,
By the way, our friend Texas Mike, although you might know him as Michael Martineau, but around here we call him Texas Mike. He's in the chat room.
Nice.
And he says, I know Steven, a.k.a. The Deviant Music, through Ed Murphy and Ellie Murphy. We saw him at Clemento's Pizza in Manchester.
Yeah, he was spotted.
and you heard that fantastic commercial just about 15 minutes ago, I think, didn't we?
Not even.
Michael, how are you, buddy?
It plays in my mind all the time.
I can imagine. It is catchy. It is catchy.
It is, yeah. Clemento's Pizzeria. People get mad at me for singing it, but it really does get
Can we
stuck
steal
in my
that
head.
for a riff? Maybe?
Well, I can't. I didn't write it, so I can't. But yeah, have at it. I cannot imagine under any circumstances where anyone would. sue
And we
you-
also
sue
do
you for it.
commercial jingles. For hire.
That's right.
There you go. There you go. Now, are you guys playing out a lot with this project, or?
Well, we just did our first show, a month ago?
Yeah.
And then we've got
Right down the street.
one coming up in Dover, down at the Strand. That's
Oh.
a new venue for us.
Oh yeah, Edgewise is in the chat room, and they just posted a picture of them at the Strand.
Nice.
Yeah, that looks
Yeah.
like a cool room.
It's nice because one, it's all ages, and two, it's just a beautiful venue.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was all ages. That's hard to find.
It is. It is, and that's.
It
I mean,
is.
that's important. I think that's
Yeah.
something we've been missing out on a lot.
Oh yeah,
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 definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And is that the show? Is Dust Prophet on that show?
Yes.
They are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dust Prophet, of course. I used to be in a band with Otto Kinzel.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Chemical Distance. So yeah, they're incredible. Have you guys seen Dust Prophet live?
No,
We're
not yet.
gonna in a couple
Very,
weeks.
very intense.
It'll be a fun night because they actually asked us. We talked about this a while back as Mindset X, and we joined the bill as Mindset X.
Oh.
back 4 or 5 months ago, whenever we discussed it.
Yeah.
And so then a couple months ago, I texted the little chat group and I was like, "Hey, I just want to let you guys know we have like a Western rockabilly thing. Mindset X is kind of sleeping." Even though it doesn't really fit with any of the stylistic stuff going on,
Yeah.
can we just change the name? And they were like, "Yeah, cool, let's do it." So
Yeah,
it should
yeah.
be a really cool night of music. And I think we've always been about screw the genre, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just get
Yeah.
a bunch of bands together that love what they're doing and open people's minds to listening to different styles of music, right? And
Oh, yeah.
always been about that.
Yeah, we got a couple other lined up too. We got one right down the road at the Shaskeen, which
Oh.
that's where our first show was.
Oh, excellent.
We'll be back there on the 16th of June, I believe.
Yep.
And then the
Pitter
23rd
Pill.
up at Area 23.
Oh, okay.
That's my favorite new little hangout there.
Yeah,
because it's
yeah.
close to me.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah, Edgewise says at the Strand. I assume it's Chris in there. He says all ages for those UNH kids at the Strand.
Nice,
that
nice.
makes sense. But why do I hear a lot of good things about Area 23? I've been there, but not for a long time. What is it? But everybody's talking about, not just because if they happen to be close, but everyone's giving it rave reviews.
Yeah, Kirk up there is one of the biggest supporters of local music
Oh.
north of Manchester.
Kirk McNeil.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
You can go in there any given night. There's live music. He's got open mics Wednesdays. I just saw an incredible band there. Dan
yeah.
Bedrosian and the Secret Army.
Okay.
He's part of P-Funk.
Oh.
And he's playing,
I've interviewed him.
yeah, in that little room.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling, you know?
Yeah. He was on the show. It was a few years ago now. It was,
Nice.
it was before COVID, but cool. Now, so when you guys play live with this project, how many songs do you have that you do live?
Right now we've got 10.
Oh, okay. That's,
Right.
that's pretty solid.
Yeah, we
Is that
still only
45
had
minutes?
9. Yeah, 45 minutes to an hour,
Yeah.
depending on the jam mood.
Very good. Very good. Horsefly Gulch in the studio with us, and these guys played live earlier. So if you missed it, you definitely want to go back and check the archive. And Paul, all right, tell us the story. So again, for those who are, of course, you've got. I'll let you describe it. Your instrument of choice that you brought today.
So yes. So being a unique band, we decided to try different instruments and stuff. In fact, Steve does a little mandolin here, a little
Banjo there.
banjo there, and I was like, oh, I need something, right? And so we came up with the song. Actually, we just played "Burn the Bridge," and there's space in the middle, in the beginning,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to just kind of stand there.
Right.
So being Horsefly Gulch, we were out, me and my wife, and we were looking for props and stuff like that we could use.
Yeah.
And this happens to be one of them. And what it is, it's one of the old riding horses on
Yeah.
a stick that the kids used to go around in. And we added a little tambourine to it, and now you can witness it live.
Yes. Yeah.
And you might see somebody dancing around with it as well.
Does the when it squeaks, has that made it in any of the songs, or do you just do the?
Oh, it definitely
I think
will.
that was
Yeah.
the debut.
Yeah,
Burn the Breeze. That was the debut of Horsey.
yeah.
Oh, very good.
The only thing it's missing is a name.
Yeah.
So we don't have a name
Yeah,
yet.
if anyone
for
in the
horse.
chat wants to
Ooh.
name the horse, please feel free.
We have a contest. Yes.
The winner gets to name the horse.
And a free sticker at the next show.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Where do you guys record? Because everything, and this has been the case, not only with this band, but with the previous band, everything sounds really good. Just
Thank you.
sounds really good. Where do you record? I assume it's changed over the years, but
I'm happy to say that this every Horsefly Gulch song thus far has been recorded at our own recording studio. So
excellent.
over the last 5 or 6 years, I've been kind of revamping and kind of rebuilding that whole thing.
Yeah.
Saving here and there and buying little pieces of equipment and figuring out actually how to use it.
Yeah.
So I think I finally got to a point where I feel relatively comfortable and releasing stuff to the public and It's definitely going to help us out because when Adam is ready to lay tracks, we just throw the mics up and go and don't have to go anywhere else. It's beautiful. Not to say that we might, there's still always the chance of saying, let's go somewhere else that sounds different or get a producer behind it or something happen. Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah.
But I think from a convenience standpoint and from my own personal holy crap, I can actually do this standpoint.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to have that. So
Yeah, no doubt. Has it always been that way? Like even with the early Mindset X stuff, did you guys do
in
it
the
all
early
yourselves?
days? In the early days, we started off probably the first 2 or 3 recorded at Steve's, and then can't remember the first place we went into, but Drumlin Downs, we did like 3 full CDs there.
Oh yeah.
With Brian Sachs,
rest in peace, Brian.
Yeah.
And we've also recorded at what's Jay's
Oh yeah, Jay Figlietti.
Metronome.
Yep, Metronome.
down at Metronome,
Or Oak Hill, like as he calls it.
right? Oak Hill, and mastered at Metronome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we think, at the end of the day, I think we want to try something different, right? And I think, I think every band wants to have a different sound, and if you stay in the same place all the time, you get bored.
Oh, sure.
And I think we didn't want to do that. We wanted to like try to branch out, and
Yeah.
branching out for us was branching in, really, right? And I think it's been great. It's nice to go in my studio at 11 p.m. and work till 1.
Yeah.
It's just nice to have that luxury.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, and it's nice to live in an era where, you have so many different options as
Totally.
far as how you record,
And like we said, we did the original, the first couple of Mindset X albums we did at home too.
Well, the first one was fun. It was like 2 microphones hanging in a room,
Yeah.
And we did this whole concept album with just these 2 chintzy mics hanging.
Yeah.
Actually,
Wait,
That's out of
don't we
print.
still use
That's
the
out of
same
print.
mic?
I was gonna say, funny story
One of
behind
the
that.
one of the mics I just recently found is it's a old Radio Shack condenser with a little switch on it. You put a
no kidding.
AA battery in there.
Oh wow.
And we found that, and it still works. So like, let's use it.
We use it as
Wow.
we use it as a drum overhead in both of those songs.
No kidding. I'll be damned. Wow, that's amazing. It still works.
That's our lo-fi sound.
That's cool. Yeah, yeah.
I bought that back when there was a Radio Shack in West Franklin. If anybody knows the area, that was a long time ago.
Oh yeah. Jeez, yeah. There used to be Radio Shacks everywhere. I think they're all gone, right? Did
Most
they
of them,
completely
yeah.
close?
So they back online, I saw, but I don't think you can go in these stores.
Gotcha. Yeah, Adam, when I first met you, way back, I was working at Strawberries on Loudon Road in Concord.
Yeah.
And I remember you brought in a CD. You brought in a CD for me to check out, Liquid Native.
Yeah, my first band.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was, now, whatever ended up happening with, because I remember actually going to see you guys live too at, I can't remember.
Sharkies.
No.
No?
Well, I might have seen you there, but I also saw you in Concord.
Oh, Chantilly's in Concord.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, the good old days when there was, bigger clubs up there. And I mean,
Yeah.
it's coming back. It is nice.
Whatever happened to that band?
In the end, it was just like oil and water, when everything settled, we all just kind of went our separate ways.
Yeah, the singer, I can kind of still remember him. He was like wasn't he like a big like biker dude who very intimidating?
Yeah, he was stocky.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I can still picture the cover too. It was a black and white photo.
Yeah.
And I think you guys might have been at railroad tracks.
We were on the stairs up at the
stairs.
Army Corps of Engineers Dam up in Franklin.
Gotcha. Yeah. Now, after that, was Mindset X next for you after that band?
No,
or-
I had one more small project that lasted maybe a year. It's
Okay.
called Sick Mystic, but
name's familiar.
yeah, there is a CD floating around out there. There's maybe like 100 copies in existence.
Yeah.
I think you still have that email address, don't you?
That's still my email. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. Now, what about you guys? Obviously, Mindset X has been around for a long time, but have there been other projects too along the way? Or
Definitely for me. So like, I actually was trying to think about this the other day. So I'm up to like it's over 30 years I've been playing on the music scene.
yeah,
And with can't say my first band, but the first gigging band was Hollywood East, which was out of Manchester here.
oh, okay,
And it was hair rock, hair metal, whatever you want to call it.
it's a cool name, Hollywood East.
Hollywood
I like
East.
that,
It was a lot of fun.
yeah.
So I went from that to a punk jazz band up in Maine called Pog Soldier, and then some variations of other bands. I started also recording the OBE show, which is a all-day experience of music and art and stuff like that.
Oh,
and
wow.
Free-form music, so very experimental stuff. And
Yeah.
and then before Mindset X, before I joined on with them, I also was part of it was a instrumental progressive hard rock band. I got to think about that.
Yeah.
Called Dreamline. And so
I remember Dreamline.
really,
I do. Did I say? Okay. Did you ever? Now I can't remember the name of the venue. I feel like I saw you. Did you play out a lot with Dreamline?
we did a good amount of shows. In fact, we actually played with Mindset X a few times as well.
Because I feel like I saw Dreamline live. I can't remember where though. I thought I had it, but I remember Dreamline. Yes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
played a show down at Millie's. It was Dreamline, Mindset X.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Somebody
might
else.
have been there. Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been that one.
Oh, actually, now that you say it, it very well might have been. I think it's coming back to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which could have been, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mad Bob's could have
Or
been
Mad Bob's.
Or Mad Bob's. Yeah.
You know, but we played
miss
down
Mad
in
Bob's.
Boston. We played Somersworth. We actually got down into New York City as well with that band.
Yeah.
So just all throughout the East Coast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or the Northeast, I should say. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Steve?
So I started a band right out of high school, or was part of a band anyway, called Salem, which was kind of a, I guess, progressive rock band, I guess. And that did pretty well for a while, actually. And then Salem kind of disbanded, a couple members left. We started a band called Sage, S-A-J-E, which was a little bit out there. But we did again pretty well for a little while. And then I think you and I met from a Craigslist ad or something, right? And then
Yeah, I think it was New England Rocks. It was
Yeah, yeah,
called.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
like,
yeah.
remember
Yeah.
that one?
Yep, I do. I
Yeah.
do.
yeah.
He was, bass player and singer guitarist looking for drummer, and I was the drummer looking for them. And
Yep.
we got together and we're like, you know what? Let's just start from scratch. New name, new
Yep.
songs, new everything.
Yeah.
So I didn't draw anything from my past.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We used to practice at that first practice space was the town clerk of Atkinson's house.
Really?
Yeah.
Town clerk's basement.
Yeah, Linda.
Oh, how'd you end up in Linda's basement practicing?
Don't ask.
I knew a light guy named Gary
Yeah.
who lived in Atkinson who liked Salem, and he was a fan of that Salem Sage stuff, my old past bands. And then we were looking for a place to practice again, and he was friends with the town clerk, and she just loved music, right?
Oh.
And she was all about that.
Oh, cool.
And I remember many nights, 3 a.m., trying not to wake them
Unloading
up
our stuff.
because there was like the stairs from hell.
Yeah.
That went down there. You'd like have to carry these. Back then everything was gigantic and
Oh,
heavy,
yeah.
right? So you're trying to do this at 3 a.m, and but great times. We probably still have equipment in those cupboards downstairs.
Might be some
Wow.
PA speakers down there if
Right.
anybody wants it.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's been quite an interesting ride, and I think the cool thing about Horsefly Gulch is it feels like we're kids again. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely all new.
Yeah, we're not super old by any means, but I think from a musical perspective, it's fun and exciting to be able to write new stuff with nothing kind of confining you.
Yeah.
And the fact that the songs just keep flowing, and that's from a musician standpoint and an artist standpoint, that's you don't want to put a stop on that.
Right,
So
of course.
I think we're kind of taking whatever the heavens gives us and running with it here. So.
By the way, I've been told in the chat room, Edgewise played with Sage a bunch back in the day.
I do remember that.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
remember that.
Yep.
Wow.
So Edgewise, you're 26 too, right?
We're all 26 here.
Yeah.
If you're just joining us, we've got the guys from Horsefly Gulch here in studio with us. Also, we'll just say hello to everybody in the chat room. I did mention Edgewise in there. And, Steve, I see you're in there. Excellent. And Texas Mike, of course, we mentioned earlier. Melanie La Liberty from the great state of Vermont. We have Abort 7, who is from, of course, Greensboro, North Carolina. They use a lot of hashtags there in Greensboro. It's very interesting. Now, JFed is in the chat, of course, from the great state of Vermont, and he has a question, and he asks this of all the musical guests. He's kind of shopping around, and I think he's running out of time. I think he has to have this figured out by September. Do you guys play birthday parties?
I think we'll play Anywhere as long as no one throws anything sharp at us.
Okay.
So yes.
Now, I must, now he didn't bring up this part yet in the chat room, but I feel a duty to forewarn you about this before you even entertain any such agreement. He will probably invite you. I don't think this is compulsory if you go there and play necessarily, but he will probably invite you to join him in an ice bath. I don't know how you all feel about that. Personally, I find the idea terrifying, hypothermia, things like that. But apparently it can be very healthy and refreshing, I guess. I don't know.
I'm up for that. I would do it.
Yeah, if it's 90 degrees out after we're done playing, covered with sweat, I'll hop in some ice.
Yeah.
I don't understand any of it, but yes.
All right. There you go. These might be your guys, J-Fed. These might be the guys to do that.
We'll write a song called Frozen.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like we're going to all go home like Han Solo.
There you go. Jenny is in the chat room and says, Shalom, peeps from Reagan Airport in D.C. Yes, she's flying back from Washington, D.C. today.
Nice. Hello.
Very exciting. Yes.
Hello.
So now what's the strategy as far as, because you kind of told me this off air, but what's the strategy as far as releasing new music with this project? They're coming out one at a time every however often?
Yeah. As quick as we can put them together and get them out, but have them sound decent.
Yeah.
So we've been averaging 6 to 8 weeks. Would like to hit 6 every time, obviously.
Yeah.
But we're just going to try and keep releasing songs every 6 weeks and until we don't,
Yeah. Is the idea to eventually have enough that because I've seen a lot of artists do this now where they release a single, like every 4 or 6 weeks, whatever it is, and then eventually those singles at a certain point become an album.
Yes.
So that's exactly what the plan is. So if you're looking at something particularly like Spotify, right? We're kind of doing the waterfall release method, right? Which we released the one that got away, which is our first single, and then we just released Snake Dance, which you played. And theoretically, Snake Dance is on an EP, right? So you see, if you go on Spotify, you'll see those 2 songs, and then you'll see 3 songs in a couple of weeks. You'll see a 4th song. So eventually, all that stuff is going to come to fruition and be a full length album. At this point, to be honest, we'd like to do a vinyl run too, if possibly a double vinyl album, because as our crazy minds work and the way we've always loved progressive music, these songs actually represent a story. So one side is from one person's view of the story, and the other side is from another person's view.
Oh, okay.
So it's a unique kind of concept that we're kind of running with and seeing where it goes. So
yeah. Any plans for? I mean, there's a lyric video, I think, right, for the one that got away. Any plans for to do a proper because it seems like it's easier than ever to make videos. If you got an iPhone, and you can do some really amazing things.
Yeah, we actually are in the process of filming a video.
What was it?
Is it
first weekend in June or something?
Is it with the release? Or I think it is. Yeah.
Right. Well, yes. The next song should come with a video.
Oh, cool.
Both released on the same day.
Cool.
It will come with a video.
Will.
Excellent. Are you guys making that yourselves, or are you working with anybody on that?
A good friend of mine, Christian Patty. He will be helping us with the production part of it and stuff, and be doing most of the editing. He's he's a great friend and loves to take pictures and wants to take it a step further, and has worked with some video stuff before. So we are looking forward to having a real nice classic, whatever it comes out. But,
There may be snakes.
snakes or something like that. You never know.
Oh,
Video.
Is it going to be for Snake Dance?
No, originally it was.
Okay.
And the concept kind of holds true. It was nice and interchangeable. So
Yeah.
I think the next song I think we're releasing is called The Long Road, and from a single perspective, it's got that thing on it. That thing.
Yeah.
We don't know what that thing means, or if we all knew what that thing means, we'd all be millionaires, right? But I think it's from a single perspective, we think it makes sense to kind of put the video behind this particular song.
Okay.
But in the concept for the Snake Dance and this they're actually close to each other in the story. So
Oh, okay.
from a video perspective, it's kind of easy to make that change. So
It's funny. I was having a conversation with somebody recently on the show about music videos, and because there are people who, I'm sure you guys run into it, there are people who have this idea that, since MTV stopped showing videos, I don't know if they show any at all anymore, a long time ago, that music videos are just like a completely dead medium. And it's like, there's really, if you go on YouTube, there's more. I mean, there's artists, of course, like major artists who have a lot of money. Like if Beyonce, puts out a new album, you'll get a video for every single song. There's actually more videos than ever.
I think I agree with you. I think a lot of people don't even know a song is released unless there's a video for it.
Yeah.
Right. And that goes down. Like when you say video now, it's reels, stories. There's, let's not even get into TikTok. Right. So
Right.
I think videos are more important than probably even the MTV days at this point, because that's all people do. We see it every day, right? You go anywhere, people just scrolling through their next thing, right? And that's how it is these days. So we've, as a band, we even in Mindset X, I think we were never very diligent about making good videos. I mean, we made a couple of good videos with Amanda. We made 2, I think, and I think that's as far as we went.
The first one, way back.
Yeah,
we did.
Oh yeah. Atmosphere had a video, and then we did Snake Oil
down
with
in
Amanda.
Boston and here and there.
So we got to get on that bandwagon. I think we've learned 30 years later. Maybe we should make some more videos.
Yeah. No, I think you're right though, that now it's more important than ever. Because especially now you make a video and then you can share it everywhere. And I remember being a kid, and I would with the VCR, I would record videos off of MTV. And I would
the Betamax.
Oh yeah.
I'm not quite that old, but I did do the VHS, and I remember Betamax. I know what it is, but it's funny that actually better quality, and yet that's the one that died. But yeah, I remember recording videos off of MTV and hoping that my favorite video would come on and I would record it, and it was a big deal. And then I'd get really upset if after a while the tape would wear out, and then it's like, oh, I don't have that video anymore, and that song's not popular anymore. They're never going to show it again.
Yeah.
And now I'm just screwed. And now in the year 2023, any music video I've ever wanted to see, I can just go on YouTube and type it in. It's amazing.
Such a crazy thing. Like the video thing, especially, and there's so many variables with that where like you have to keep in mind like the demographic that your band is kind of aiming for, right? Mm-hmm. So obviously if you're aiming for 18, 19-year-olds, it's all TikTok, Snapchat, and all that stuff. Yeah. But there is still a group, like if you're aiming for, 45-year-old, whatever, 50-year-olds, I mean, they still buy CDs.
Oh, yeah.
So you kind of got to find that weird middle ground. You make a small CD run. At the same time, you're supposed to be on social media daily and all this fun stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And if there's any social media mans out there, please give us a call.
Yeah.
Because this is not an easy thing to do. And
it's a lot to keep up with.
Constantly
Constantly changing and evolving. And who does that? Like, do you guys all just kind of handle that yourselves, all three of you?
Right now, we're just doing it ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, Steve does the majority of it, but I'm doing what I can. Paul and I are doing what I can to pitch in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely. Are there any live performances on YouTube? I didn't.
There's one. It's got the first 3 songs from the first show.
Oh, okay.
It's I actually requested it. So Tom O'Connor's friend there, I did request a copy of it, but I haven't got it yet. But there is one that should be floating around YouTube somewhere. And funny, it has as Mindset X, we always wanted to write an instrumental, and we never did. And then
really, that surprises me.
Yeah, I don't know why. Every time we wrote a song, we're like, oh, this needs lyrics. Right. Yeah. But then we wrote The Outlaw, and The Outlaw was like, this doesn't need any lyrics. So it's the first instrumental we've ever written as a band is actually on this too. And that's actually recorded. It's on that video. So every time I'm watching, I'm like, yeah, like we finally did an instrumental. That's awesome.
We have a call. Hi.
Hi, Matt. It's Gary.
Hey, Gary. How you doing? We are short on time, my friend. So I'll just ask you to be terse, if you would.
No, I was just wondering if they would do like maybe NPR's Tiny Desk concerts.
Oh, I can imagine you guys on there.
We would absolutely love
we
that.
actually talked the contact information for that.
We just actually talked about that last week in one of our little band meetings. So the answer would be we would definitely be exploring that option, and if we can somehow pull that off, we'll definitely promote the heck out of it. So
Oh yeah, yeah, I can
Yeah,
imagine.
because I've seen a lot of the good. They got a lot of good groups and a lot of good people on there, and
and they do, and
it seems like I just saw a couple of them, and there was this Latin group, all girl, and they were playing with a sousaphone and some brass, and then girls, but they were really good. This girl was
nice.
she played 12 string and she played 6 string, and she was really good at it. So
very, very cool. Yeah, and they support all the genres too, which is nice. So
Yep.
we'll
Yep.
definitely see what we can do to get on there.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a good.
and if you guys do videos, maybe you could get Melanie to star in one of your videos.
I don't know who Melanie is, but
Yeah.
She's always looking for something like that.
Sure.
And
So
her
tell her
and
to
Jay
look us
Fed
up.
up in Vermont.
oh yeah, cool. Yeah, have her send us an email on our website, horseflygulch.com.
Yeah, might be
She's
looking for
a
extras.
big actress.
Cool.
Well,
yeah.
Huh?
well, if you go for the birthday party,
She's
you'll
she's
meet
a
her
sweet
there.
lady too. So she's a big actress. So, yeah.
Nice.
All right.
cool.
Well, I'll let you go, Maddie. I know I talked too long, but I just wanted to put my 2 cents in on
Thank
that.
you very much, Gary.
No, thank you.
No worries, Gary. We appreciate the call.
Yeah. All right. And I love Jenny. Tell Jenny I'm so proud of her. I heard her. I'm so proud of her. So.
Absolutely, we'll do. We'll do. All right.
All right.
All right, Gary.
You
Thank
guys
you.
have a great evening. Talk
too.
to you
As
later.
well.
Bye.
All right. Bye bye. All right. Very nice. That was our friend Gary, and we are nearing the end of the show. So before we run out of time, I want to make sure you mention, of course, where people should go online. Oh, question. Where does the name come from, by the way? Horsefly Gulch. It's a cool name.
Well, back in
It was
1982,
It was very spontaneous.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. We were on our bi-weekly or weekly little Zoom meeting that we do to try and move things forward when we're not physically together practicing or writing.
Yeah.
And we were just throwing around ideas, and one of us blurted it out like, hey, what about this?
Yeah.
It seemed to stick, And plus, it's hard to find a name nowadays. Everything's taken.
Right. Right.
You can go on these name generators online and stuff and come up with some 2 or 3 silly words that don't really make sense together.
Yeah.
That kind of made sense. And there's actually a Horsefly Gulch is a place in Idaho or
Idaho,
something,
yeah.
right?
Oh, no kidding.
There
It's
is a
it's
place.
literally
Huh.
a gulch. It's like in between 2 ravines or something.
we knew
Oh.
it'd be some sort of Western vibe because that was the style of music we were writing, right?
Yeah. Gulch.
Where
I mean,
it's not country by any means, but I think it definitely pays homage to a little bit of the rockabilly folky stuff, right? So we want something to fit that. And originally it was going to be the Barflies,
Right.
but then there's like
There's
7 million other bands
yeah.
called the
Yeah.
Barflies.
I was gonna say,
8 billion,
yeah, I bet.
No matter what spelling you did or whatever, they didn't
the
matter.
barfly.
Yeah.
That didn't even work,
Yeah.
Right.
No, I like Horsefly Gulch. It's a good name.
It's we're pretty happy with
It's
it.
memorable.
Yeah, it is.
No, it is. It is. All right. So, what should people know about where to find you guys online? Keep up with what you're doing. Go to shows. Get your music. All of that.
I'm looking at you, Paul.
Well, you do most of the media.
I do. All right. So horseflygulch.com is our official website. And I think Instagram and Facebook are definitely the 2 social media platforms that we're kind of really into at the moment. Instagram will probably be the one that you'll find us on the most as we move forward. We do have a Bandcamp and there is a SoundCloud and all that fun stuff. But I think Facebook, Instagram, horseflygulch.com are kind of the main places. And obviously at the website, all the links are right up top. So you can
YouTube
kinda click.
too, right?
Yeah, YouTube, the videos will always be up on YouTube, but I'm not sure how much of a creator aspect we're going to be able to play with that because that just takes so much time. And
Yeah.
I don't think we chose that avenue.
But
to
it
go
is
at this
on
point.
YouTube Music. And,
It is.
and several other, pretty much all the
Yeah,
platforms.
All the streaming platforms are on. So if I could give any love out there and I could say if you could do anything for us to help the band out, go on Spotify, give us a like, add us to your playlist, because that's where the 3 cents a month rolls in.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, very good, very good. And we'll close out the show with is Snake Dance the current single or is it?
That's the newest one. Yep.
That's the newest one. So I played it earlier, but we'll close with it too.
Cool.
Great song.
Thank you.
I love both of them. But yeah, this is a great track. Gentlemen, Adam, Steve, Paul, thank you all so much.
Good to see you
was
again,
nice
man.
to see you.
This has been wonderful.
take flight and fly away. I hear the colors, I see the sounds up above and all around. Starry skies, desert rains, the past is down. I feel no pain. I found a way to get down. Shake off the dust of this town. I found a new romance. Oh, with this and snake dance. As stars fall and the venom fades, it comes and goes like crashing waves. The way the snake moves and my dance grooves and the bite stings, I feel the pain. I found a way to get down. Shake off the dust of this town. I found a new romance. Oh, with this and snake dance. I found a way to get down. Shake off the dust of this town. I found a new romance. With this new stage dance. Yeah, I found a way to get down. Shake off the dust of this town. I found a new romance. With this new snake dance. With this new snake dance.